Okay, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars. All right, let's talk about this energy, bro. I feel like this energy is like a big ass black hole that branches off into like several different places, okay? That I feel like to you feel very mystical, very magical, very, yes, that's my muse, that's my jam, like I love that. But everyone else, like, I don't know, it feels like the energies that are coming through the month ahead for most people or for others, it could be disturbing, it could be challenging, it could be scary, but it's something about y'all, bro, that's like, nah, this is my shit, okay? I love it when the energy gets like this. I love a good deep dive into, I don't know, maybe the dark arts, or there could even be a very magnetic draw to darker themes, whether that be plainly just, I don't know, wearing more black. The self-expression is on point though, friend. Like, there's a very like bold, authentic oomph that's coming with the energy, but I don't know. This is making me think, okay, this is why I'm struggling with this, right? Because I want to make sure that when I deliver this, I want you to just check in with yourself. Because you could have, I don't know, we could have similar placements, because I feel like with some of the placements in my chart, there are certain energies that might be tougher for other people to deal with or to go through. But for me, it's like, yes, bring it, okay? And I feel like you guys could have a prominent placement somewhere that like puts you in that energy. Like, it could be very scorpionic. It could also be that Leo energy. It could be Saturn, okay? I don't know. And it's so crazy because I do feel like you should watch Aquarius's reading, because there are some themes in a storyline or two that specifically came out in their reading that I'm seeing present here in your spread. And it has to do with this love situation, or these people. I'm not gonna jump ahead though, okay? I gotta walk through this, friend, okay? So you gotta sit back and relax, because it's so clear. Like, everything here is so clear, and I don't know, to someone like me, it feels good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to make sure, because I don't want y'all feeling like, yes, it's about to be good. P said it's about to be good. And then you're like, whoa, P, what is this? This is a whole lot of destruction. This is a whole lot of, you know, because the 8th house can talk about a tower moment of some sort, scandals, affairs, which I do feel like someone in the chat is dealing with an affair, friend, and it could be at work. I don't know. All right. But it could talk about manipulation. It could talk about sex. You know, I'm thinking knowledge is power. It could talk about money, gain. We also add in this Leo essence, this sun energy. All right. So let me say this. If you're going through some type of upheaval, I don't know, it's like some of you guys already went through the upheaval, and now this, like where you're at the month ahead, this is a whole lot of working your magic in the midst of it. It's like, yeah, I just went through a divorce, or yeah, I'm pending a divorce, but girl, like, I feel powerful. Like, I'm not gonna let that hold me back. There's a lot of like, I'm gonna get it by any means. But there's also an energy here of getting to the bottom of things, okay? Closing something out, finally closing a chapter, or I don't know, if we want to jump around to love with that contract, you know, we can go a physical contract like a lease, a divorce, a settlement, a restraining order. I was also picking up on someone could be real life, like, nope, we're good. That was the last straw for me, type of energy. But then I'm also picking up on like spiritual contracts. Like, there could be, maybe your love life isn't the drama. Like, you do have a good partner, or you guys are on this great trajectory to sign up, or like, you know, to close on a house, or to further the commitment. But then there's like this behind the scenes energy for those that fall into that, where there could be a tie to somebody energetically, and you guys could have had a past where the love was forbidden, okay? Or something about it was very, almost, girl, not me getting the word classless. Like, you would classify this as classless. Like, you probably talk to yourself and you're like, whoo, I cannot believe I was in that situation. So this could have been like a third party situation. This could have been a love dynamic that revolved around lying, cheating, okay, an affair. Anyways, right? Like I said, stay with me, friend. Who you're with currently is not associated with that person. Like, you're in a very healthy relationship. You're in a good space. You're starting fresh. Okay, we do see some envy, jealousy over there with how you're looking. You look the fuck good, I will say. And I keep hearing you're not the bad guy anymore, okay? So there's a real big, I'm changing my life around, okay? You might even change your hair. Something feels drastic, but it feels comfortable for you. But I feel like to other people, it could seem very drastic. But for you, it's very comfortable. Anyway, back to what I was saying. There's a vibe of, because let me just say this. In Aquarius's reading, there were different scenarios coming through in love. Like, there was a portion of the people that could resonate with the spread. They were already in a relationship and everything was cool. And these energies that I were picking up on, which I see energies here, were people that they don't have an interest in or they're not talking to, but they're like behind the scenes, like kind of tugging or looking, watching. They're watching Aquarius. They're seeing Aquarius move on, or they're seeing Aquarius date other people, or they're watching Aquarius maybe post and, you know, it doesn't show any pain. And there was a level of bitterness coming from these past energies, all right? Some of them branched off into love. Others of them could even be like work organizations that they used to be a part of, seeing who they are today or what they have today and feeling some type of way. Like, I can pick up on that. I see that here. Like, there is a, it feels like, somebody that you used to have, like, it feels forbidden, okay? Like, this wouldn't be somebody your father really wanted you to be with, okay? The father is present here because, girl, see, here I go getting lost in the sauce. Let me pause myself. Let me slow it down. Let's regroup. Let's bring it back, because there's a lot here, all right? But let me see where I want to start, actually. I do see an energy here, friend. They could be a Sagittarius, they could be a Capricorn, or a Cancer. I'm also picking up on a Libra, possibly a Virgo. Ooh, actually heavy on that Libra and that Virgo. Anyway, it almost seems like there's a level of, there's been a redemption period in your life. You're starting over. This would be that person that maybe you were going to marry, or maybe y'all talked about marriage, y'all talked about the white picket fence, but for some reason it didn't happen. Whether it didn't happen for toxic reasons, or it just didn't happen because, I don't know, people grew apart, someone's job had them relocate, whatever, right? Regardless of the fact, it seems like that same dream or vision that was once shared between the two of you, that is now being carried out with someone else. And they're watching this. And I mean, there's a level of knowing that you deserve this, or knowing that you're at least happy and feeling good about that. But there is a bitterness where it's like, ugh, like, from this King of Wands energy that I'm seeing right here. You guys can't see the cards, but they're back here. I just gotta say it, friend. Before I get into the good, let me just call out this toxic shit. I got to, because the more I go into the base energy, it's like that toxic shit is pulling at me, all right? So let me just call y'all out, all right? Someone here, you could be, and it might not even just be toxic. Somebody here, you are going against, and I'm just going to call it out. There's a masculine in your life. I feel like it could be a father figure. And I don't know, maybe a lot of your wealth, or I don't know, your father could play a big part in your wealth today, or like in the success that you have today, or maybe they built the foundation for you. Or, okay, the person that you're dealing with could carry that same energy. It's just not the father, you know. I don't know. I do see a prominent father figure here, okay, or overbearing father. Regardless of the fact, right? There's a level here of you being like, you know what? I don't give a fuck that my father doesn't want me to date this person. I don't care if my mom doesn't like the fact that I'm going to marry this individual. I don't care that my friends feel some type of way. I don't care that this person, because I have to be honest, for some of you guys, there's a reconciliation or there's an agreement between you and someone who the past between y'all, maybe even the most recent past, has not been the greatest. There were third parties, which I do feel like they're present here on looking and hating. But regardless of how I feel in the energy, there's a level of you and this person making amends, 11-11, and putting the toxic shit aside and being like, it's almost like someone keeping their promise. They're like, I promised you that I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to get right, or I'm going to go to therapy. There's some type of decision or conversation that has been had for whoever is going to resonate with that storyline, where, I'm not going to lie, friend. It's like I'm struggling with this because I'm trying my hardest not to give you advice. Like, no, friend. let me just pause. Hold on. Because I'm not going to lie. For some of you guys, you are dealing with someone where the past was just, whoo, a lot of secrets, a lot of hidden energy. There could have even been a hidden pregnancy. And I have to be honest, there were people, that's who's coming up as this jealous, petty energy over here. There were people that were waiting for this to crumble. It really reminds me of someone who could be in a third party situation, and maybe another woman or man, regardless, you know, whatever, right? They come to you and they're like, you know what, Pisces, I'm coming to you as a woman and I'm letting you know that your man is not just your man, he's ours. However that happens, right? And it causes this whole type of damn near destruction. I'm seeing arguments, I'm seeing abandonment, I'm seeing separation, I'm seeing conversations of divorce, I'm seeing kicking you out. Now you got to sleep on the couch. These are just examples though, right? So there's a vibe here from that third party involved, like, yeah, you know, maybe, I don't know. They might still want the person that she was dealing with, I don't know, but there's a level of just a certainty. They never even thought that you guys would try to make it work after that, you know? And maybe there's like an announcement of like, you guys are going to make it work. Like, you guys are going to renew your vows, or you guys are going to go get marriage counseling. You guys are going to continue to move in together. You guys are going to continue to co-parent in a certain way. I'm almost getting that petty, because it says gossip, petty, jealous, envy. Someone, especially with that type of scenario, they feel some type of way that the individual who they were also attached to, the intervening that happened here, that person chose you. Y'all chose each other. There is a pissy ass energy about that. And I feel like that third party could feel ghosted right now. They could feel abandoned. They could feel like the other individual isn't talking to them. Now on the flippy friend, and give me a moment. Oh, my pointer. Give me a moment, because we gonna hop out of this Jerry Springer ass shit in a second, friend. I gotta get to it though. I can't sit here with, when I rolled these dice, I said, what is the main house? Like, let this be the main house that's going to be activated, and then allow this Leo energy to give me the specifics on how to read it, and then the overall energy of the month being boom right here. So that sun lets me know you're feeling powerful. You're feeling good. Okay. So I have to remember there's a level here of you feeling like you're in the dominant position. So there's something about your fresh start, your redemption is making some people pissy. Now, regardless of whether, let me just say this, let me tap on this real quick, tap, tap. Okay, regardless of whether this is connected to that last situation that I just described, I also feel like, now we can talk about in general, Pisces, okay? You look the fuck good. Let me tap out of all that stuff real quick and just go back to the general real quick. Pisces, you look good, all right? You look very, there's like a magnetic draw to you. I don't know, it just feels very, it almost feels scorpionic to me. I'm also getting the song Magnet by Cardi B. Sex rituals, or a lot of sex. Like, you could feel very creative the month ahead. You could also be having more sex, maybe even pleasuring yourself more. You know, we don't got to get into it, girl, or guy. But that energy is present here. Because overall, how your love life came through, is very prominent. Like, that was the first thing that wanted to be talked about. And it was described with communication, contract, and synchronicity, which for me, something's working out in your favor in love. It feels like on the back end, there feels like there's a sense of something is working out in my favor in love. And what's working out for you, Pisces, in general, to most people, it might, you know, it might not, to others be like, damn, they're like, damn, I cannot believe Pisces is getting back with the father of their child, knowing that they just had that big ass situation. But it doesn't matter, Pisces, because you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm doing what I love. And when I ask, what is the energy being awakened from you? What is the energy, the main energy that you're going to be aligning with, no matter whether you're in one of those situations or not? It is you doing what the fuck you love. It is you being decisive about that, regardless of who feels some type of way. I do feel like you're going to be stepping on some toes with the decisions that you make in love, whether it's to family, or it could be to these people that are watching you make it work with someone new, make it work with someone else in a very serious way. Because with that contract, that communication, you know, we can talk about physical communication. We could talk about you and someone, which I do see, Pisces. I see in love, you and somebody getting on the same page. It almost feels like there's a conversation, or there's certain actions that take place, certain events that put you up close with somebody who you're dealing with, to where it's like, wow, we are really on the same page. Like, you get it, I get it, like, we're ready to take this next step. And that could be, again, forming that commitment, saying we're boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know, talking about marriage, talking about moving in together, signing a lease, all right? It feels good. It feels like something that would make you feel good. And it would, let's say, even if you do have multiple people, maybe you have multiple options, this would be communication that comes in to help you be decisive and be like, yep, that's what I want. I don't even want the others, like, this is what I want, okay? So that's really good. It just feels like there's salty ass energy from both. I'm getting male and female people for different reasons. But on the back end of this, you know, that communication and that contract and that synchronicity could also have a very spiritual, like, traveling through the airways type of energy. I'm thinking of like thought process, okay? Telepathic communication. I mean, we don't got to get woo with it, but communication could also talk about dream states, like someone popping up in your dreams a lot. I'm almost seeing for you guys, it feels like you guys got it. Like, you're going after it, all right? Be careful not to over-dominate, you know what I mean? Make sure you got a handle. I'm getting a lot of working hard to play hard. Like, it feels like you're very much so tapped in with the divine, with your intuition, with your spiritual gifts, your focus, and you're about to make the blackness, however that does, you know, however that, I don't know, resonates for you. I don't know if the blackness is talking about a shadow period, or if there was some type of destruction that happened in your life, like maybe this time frame that we're talking about is the rebuilding, like this is the aftermath of it. I don't know, but there's a level of you making that your muse, and it seems like whatever you got going on your end is like, we're all good over here, like we're all good. Someone here is from Australia, so let me see where I want to go with that. Yeah, like there's a lot of not leaning on everyone else's understanding, very connected to the divine, praying more, tapping into the more like intuitive sensitives, okay? Talking with your spiritual team, being spirit-led, allowing, there's like this vibe of being a cosmic artist, okay? I'm seeing someone look up, eyes to the clouds, and it's like what's coming down and what's being transferred to them is like all this creative ass energy, all this insight, all this stamina. I'm also seeing a lot of willpower, okay, friend? I'm seeing a lot of self-expression and feeling good in that self-expression. And it could be very spiritually liberating. This could even be you announcing that, yes, I practice this. I don't know, maybe you're a hoodoo practitioner, and maybe this was the first time that you shared a post about, I don't know, and I don't want to use the wrong verbiage because I keep seeing them everywhere because y'all know it's October. But how is it? Hoodoo Heritage Month? Like, you might share that, all right? And it's like, whoa, maybe your family is super Christian, religious, or anti that for whatever reason, but it's like you're sharing it. And it feels very drastic to other people, but to you it feels very comfortable. It feels like this is me. This could also result in maybe a new hair color, okay? Like you shave your head, or I don't know, you pop out with some very, I'm also getting some real sexy like Padao Halloween costumes, someone changing fashion. There could even be friend. And I'm trying not to tell you like to be careful, like, you know, I'm trusting that you're going to tap in with your divine intuition and make the right choice, because there is a level of, you could even be chopping, I don't know why it's coming through like this. You could even be, I just heard chop the leash, chop the leash. Like you could even be leaving something. And it's major. It seems major because this does feel intense. Because this can talk about high highs, low lows. There could be scattered success this month. All I'm going to say with that, because I ain't going to get too into it, all right? Because we got to remember, do what you love. We got to remember, do what you love, all right? Again, just make sure you tap in with your spiritual team, with God, okay? Before you make decisions. I feel like that is going to help the most this month. Like, not even trying to be cliche, like that prayer, that good, asking the Lord, okay? Like, what is this, okay? What's going on here? If you're feeling fearful, go into the Lord. 2222. I see that here for y'all. The divine, your spiritual team. Now, there was something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. When I was thinking of that communication, that contract, see, I was picking up on you connecting with someone on the spiritual, not on the spiritual, in the dream state. And it's coming through as someone that could be pulling on your energy, or maybe it's like it is a forbidden love. Maybe you're already in a relationship, but this is someone that you still hold space for. I feel like if they're not coming through in the physical the month ahead, that could also be something to expect. If they're not coming through in the physical, it's one or the other. They're coming through in the dream state. So there could be even a level of, you're like, damn, I noticed this month I've been really thinking about so-and-so, or that person's been really popping up in my mind a lot. They've been in my dream a lot. Like, I feel like the string, the cord, okay, that could still be very much so present between you and someone who you have a checkered past with, friend. All right. It could become very present, like very like, oh, that string is still strong. Okay. That, you know, that door still is open a little. All right, I'm picking up on that. There is a level of we can communicate telepathically in a way. And it almost feels like you could even have this person blocked, because with that silence, non-action, I'm seeing someone make a decision. They're like, you know what? Regardless of the fact of me knowing that we have a connection, I'm deciding to leave. I'm deciding to leave. Somebody here, one of y'all had an affair at work, okay? And I feel like there's going to be a decision made either with that person. It could be the boss. Girl, it feels like a very powerful person at work, or someone that does have clout, or maybe, okay, describing the person who you have a forbidden love with. This person could be very successful, or even, because I'm looking at that Cancer, I'm thinking of like fame, okay? Fame. Okay, my bad, y'all. My camera had ran out of storage, but the person that I feel like you still could have this string with, regardless of how it plays out, there's someone here that you're still connected to. And this person could have some type of fame in the workplace. Like, they could be famous, or they could be well known in the workplace. Like, it's coming through as like they have a role of leadership. They could even be very expansive in nature. They could be a traveling professor. They could do some type of work that puts them in the public eye, or some type of work that allows them to be able to reach the masses. And it seems like they're very successful in that. All right. They could even be some type of coach, like the head coach. I'm getting that. Whatever it is, it feels like the title is prominent. Or they just carry that type of energy, honey. Like, it gives that, all right? Body's probably nice. Yeah, I see that with this King of Wands. Damn. And that secret admirer, bro, in reverse. That shit been coming out so much lately. I can't remember if it came out for Aquarius, but girl, it was so prevalent in the What's Tea reading. So you might have even chose, watch that reading when it comes out. It's What's the Tea on You? It would have been the latest one I did. See what you choose, I'm telling you, because I feel like there's some more messages. I can't remember which groups they are, but there is this vibe of a secret admirer or someone who was also interested in you. And it could be y'all had a very extensive past, or they could even be newer, because I'm seeing two specific people here. This person, because their energy is coming through as either new or a newfound, like, yes, like I really do, you know, I'm feeling, you know, bold enough to come to, I almost said come to Pile 2, but come to my Pisces. But I'm telling you, friend, I don't know what you're posting. I don't know who you're with. It has just popped the ego of someone, and they're like, fuck. And it could have to do with a marriage. It's like, fuck. They're already with somebody. Like, maybe you recently post, you know, yo boo, I don't know, like you're making an announcement, a public announcement, I don't know, and it's just like, what the fuck, like, dang, they really not starting me no more. Or, well, I mean, I was gonna, you know, slide in the DMs, but damn, like I'm just a little too late. And it doesn't have to, like I said, be an ex. It could even be someone who's just been kind of creeping in the background, regardless of the fact there is this salty energy of like, damn, I'm a little late. And Pile, I keep wanting to say Pile 2, and Pisces is just vibing. It's almost like there is a sense of moving. Someone feels like this. Let me see. There's someone that feels like you're moving in a way where you're not taking their feelings into consideration at all. But who's to say that you have to? The fuck? Oh. Second house. This person could be a Taurus. Friend, let's talk about this. Okay, there's a decision that you're going to be making, or someone here. I feel like there's a decision that is going to be made the month ahead that could revolve around your money, how you spend your money, how you're splitting up your money, how you're dividing it, who you're dividing it with, who you're combining it with, who you're negotiating with, or what the negotiation was. Girl, why is this coming through so much for everybody? Why is there this pissy energy? What's up with this? There's pissy energy around dividends. Like, why you were given that. I hope this has nothing to do with like family and like a will, or again, I do feel like there is someone in the chat, friend. Even if this isn't the majority of everybody's storyline, someone here in the chat, you come from a family that is very, like, they take arranged marriages very seriously. Or they take, like, if the father didn't vet them out, it's like done deal, okay? Or, I don't know, like, you're a bachelor. This could be something very cultural, but there's a level of, you're like, I'm good. Like, I'm going to go where I'm going to do what I love, okay? I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to stand on that. With this Hierophant and this King of Cups, okay? Like, I'm going to do that. And it almost feels like maybe the person that feels some type of way about the decision that you're making, let's say, even if this isn't love-related, friends, this could be with a purchase, with an investment, with a project. This could be with anything. It seems to be like, if this applies, the person that feels some type of way about what you're doing, they fund you in some type of way. Like, they fund or provide some type of assistance to what it is that you have going on. And there's a level of, oh, well, if you're going to make that decision, then you're going to have to count me out, or don't expect me to pay for this, or don't expect me to, you know, be a partner in that. And yeah, I don't know, there's some salty ass energy here, and it could be regarding a home or closing or a sale on something. I don't know. Other than that, those of you that have businesses in real estate, you do some type of, or even like an interest in psychology, metaphysics, metaphysical science, did I say astrology, neuroscience, psychotherapy, like there's something here about success in those areas, but also that being a focus for the month ahead for you. But those of you that have businesses relating to that, I'm telling you, friend, like I'm seeing good energy surrounding you getting to the bag. You becoming popular, you becoming noticed, okay? You having reach, answered prayers. Let me read to you this this creator. Because the main cards that came out to you for you when I asked what was the theme of the month ahead were the creator, the prayer, back of the deck energy was the unseen. That to me is a lot of like, it almost feels like you're navigating with your eyes closed. That can mean a multitude of things. It's almost like you're letting the creativity of it all drive you. You're really tapping in with your intuition, the divine. You're asking and pulling from the mind state, from the mental state. This could even be getting inspired through what you dream, what you fantasize about. There's a level of, I believe in the unseen. I believe in myself before it's even there. That's another thing, friend. The grit this month is going to be crazy, okay? Because there is a vibe here of, I don't give a fuck if the odds are stacked against me or not, bro. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm going to go after it, okay? And, yeah, it's big dog energy, but this energy could get out of hand, but I don't know. I feel like I trust y'all. I feel like I trust y'all to be humble in this, like, because I feel it. So let me talk to you about what the creator said. The creator here. The artist, the alchemist, the innovator. The creator, the first archetype in the trio of existence, is not intimidated by darkness or by lack. See what I'm saying? They know that from the void, creation inevitably emerges. With meager, minimal, and outlandish materials, the creator reveals a new image. They make the empty room resonate with healing sounds. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. That one's T. They generate bounty from the seed that others tossed away. Somebody here, you're going to be making good money in a business that is normally seen as less than. I'm telling you, this is giving me like that starving artist. Like what you do for work could be very, it could fall into the occult, but it could also fall into something that most people would say like, oh, they don't make a lot of money, but you're going to make money. The fuck? Anyway. Where was I? Okay. Though generative, this archetype annihilates preconceived notions of what is possible, leaving unexpected openings in the wake of its destruction. The creator does this by first being absolutely present to what is, not imagining or wishing things were different. And second, trusting that a force greater than themselves with the prayer and the unseen, woo, I got chills right there, awaits constant collaboration with each human soul. Whether we call it nature, God, goddess, Shakti, or divinity, it remains nameless. It is the creator's lifelong companion. And that is what you guys are going to be connecting with, okay? And I do feel like that is regarding God, source, your spiritual team. The altar could be a focus this month, doing offerings, all of that. I want to tell you though, you look good as fuck with that first house. I don't know, something about self-expression, how you're expressing yourself, maybe how you're presenting yourself, the change of the look, the boldness. One, you look good, but okay, this is who was getting jealous, friend. When I asked who it was, friend, I got the 7 of Swords and I got the 5 of Swords. So are they an air sign? Is this an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini? Both of those cards are an Aquarius. I don't like that. It did feel very female-y. I'm not going to lie, like a female group. It did feel very chattery like females. And it felt like it was coming from a location that you shared. Like maybe like a school location, or like it seems like these people are coming from the same location, right? And what the chatter is about, I do feel like there are some people jealous of the love life you have, friend. Okay, those of you that have just gotten married, or you just made an announcement, or those of you who, you know, because this is what it gives me. I'm not gonna lie, because some of you guys were the problem before. You know, we all have our moments. The redemption. There's someone here, and I've been picking up on this in the energy, where they feel like, it's like, why does Pisces, they feel like you should have gotten punished more. But you know, who's to say that you didn't get punished? I don't know. I feel like what it is this person didn't see the turmoil, the tower moment. Maybe you took your L in silence, and you know, who are they to say that they should have been able to get a front row seat, all right? They're just like, how, like, you know, why do they get that? Or like, why does Pisces get to have that? Pisces used to do this, or Pisces, I don't know, because it is coming through like there was something here that could have put you in a position where you really had to do some self-reflection, and you're like, you know, I gotta change that about me. Like, I don't want to be like that. It almost feels like you've been baptized in a way. However that resonates for you, or however you want to equate that to a real life scenario, there's like a level of, I've been given another chance. This could even be like coming out of jail. There could have been some type of intervention, some type of struggle, okay, associated with the darker aspects, qualities, and categories of the 8th house. And there's a level of, I'm no longer, that no longer has me in a prison. I'm not going to let that be the end of my story. So there are some people that I just feel like, how can I say this? I just don't want to be rude about it, because I guess it really shouldn't matter to you. But I feel like these people that are more in this gossipy, petty energy, it's really just coming down to they're on looking at your life, and for whatever reason they feel like you don't deserve that, based off of your past, based off of, and it could have been something directly related to them that may have happened, or just based off of your past. Like maybe you know, I don't know, could have been in and out of trouble, doesn't, you know, whatever, right? And they could feel that way. But regardless of it, doesn't matter, because it seems like I see some really good things happening for you in general. Because I want to make sure I didn't, which I probably did. There's so much stuff I had wrote down. But girl, I had to summarize. I had to just jump in. I'm like, girl, if you keep tiptoeing around this, you're going to get lost in the sauce. But what did I write yesterday when I tried to summarize all my notes? I was like, getting to the bottom, reaching a decision, making a solution, and transforming your life in an overall spiritual and physical way. That is what I see for you for the month ahead. And it's beautiful. Like, I know we just went into all that weird shit, but I really feel so good. It just feels like the mystic energy. It feels so powerful. I love it. As a Scorpio rising, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a Scorpio rising, I can really appreciate this. I really can. I really can. But I think the energies that you're going to be dealing with, what you're using as your stepping stone to like get activated, most people would fold, friend. You're not folding. What I put? Fascination and research regarding science. I said this. Mediumship. I'm telling you, the veil is thin for you this month. Metaphysics, astrology, psychology, spiritual conclusions, being humble, empowered. Let me see what else I wrote. Gaining ground, empowered by any means necessary. That energy is here. Gaining ground, empowered by any means necessary. With that, do what you love. What is going to really push you forward this month is, one, of course, putting the divine first. I see that very much so for you. It's like that has to be, like, when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling fearful, when you're feeling like just overwhelmed, that is going to be what neutralizes the energy. But then following right after that, this is a lot of trusting yourself to know that you, okay, like, you are capable with you. All right. So how can I say this? Because with that, doing what you love, like, you don't have to do what everybody else wants you to do. You don't have to be weird or feel weird. Like, there's something about, take the weirdness, take the eccentricness, take the scraps that people don't want. What people are saying is not going to be successful for you, or, you know, saying fuck all of that and being like, what do I see as beautiful? You know, they see that as a scrap. I see that as a, I don't know, a this boom, boom, and pow, okay? Bang, whatever. There's a level of that. And trusting that, okay? And not getting caught up in the outside noise. Because when I ask, how do you activate that energy? We got the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. You could be overextending yourself. Like, make sure that anybody that you're giving to is also reciprocating that energy. But real talk, friend, I ain't gonna lie. There is a level here of patience is key. But I don't know. Ugh, how can I say this? Because I don't want it to contradict. I don't know. There's someone being cut out of the process of the decision making. I don't know if it's like a family member. There's someone that's going to be like leaned on less when it comes to making a decision or forming an opinion. I don't know. It's like somebody's influence is going to be cut out or less relied on, or it needs to be. It's like, let's shut that out and let's not base our next actions on that. All right. So what else do I want to say? Girl, that just took me out of her. Woo! I hope I probably missed so much. I probably missed so much, but we're gonna leave it there. Kinda. So really quick, I do wanna, let's start with that Do What You Love card, and then I'm gonna pull you guys a familiar message. But I love this, I'm not gonna lie. Did I tell you guys the sex? I feel like there's gonna be more sex, more creativity. The ideas are going to be popping. And I feel like your wins are someone else's like tragedies in a way. I genuinely do. I genuinely do. So let's see the Do What You Love. 54. Okay. And just see what comes to you. We have, are you eager to express the real you, but don't know where or how to start? Are you ready to love, but don't have anyone to commit to? Are you willing to plunge into your soul's journey, but can't find the diving board? Are you wondering where the spiritual pot of gold is? Well, get ready to discover it, Pisces. Your divine energy is calling you to do what you love. Everything going awry in your life is due to your drifting too far away from your heart. That's what I'm saying. So if there is some type of upheaval happening right now, it's happening. It feels beautiful. It's really putting you on track. Real talk. It's leading to some type of change. Girl, I see good energy. And I feel like, let me shut up. Let me keep going. I get good energy. I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, do things you enjoy and they will lead you back to your true heart's desire. Ignore anyone who suggests that having fun is a waste of time. It is rejuvenating to your spirit and necessary for correcting your path. If you accept this invitation, you'll attract everything else that you seek as well. Your divine invitation. If you love to sing, lift your voice for at least 10 minutes today. You see what I'm saying? It's like with whatever you love, with that Six of Pentacles, meet it halfway. If you know that's what you love, okay, let's incorporate that in the schedule. And let's get the stuff that is not aligning, let's get that out the way. Boom. And also, you know, pace yourself. This is high-end energy, friend. That Knight of Pentacles, and I almost want to say King of Pentacles, there's something here about your craft, bro. That craft, the money, I'm telling you, there's really, really good energy here about making extra funds or having more support with your business, especially if it falls in line with those businesses or if something that you do falls in line within those categories of what I listed earlier. So anyway, if you enjoy cooking, prepare your favorite meal. If you have a passion for painting, spend at least a half an hour at the canvas before you go to sleep. And if you love daydreaming, do that today for 10 minutes without restraint or guilt. Build your life around your heart. Don't try to shove your heart into your overbooked, busy life. It's like, what do you love? Can you name it? Start there and follow the clues and you'll find your treasure along the way. So like, that is the vibes of the month ahead. Whew. The research is going to be researching. Let me see. Banishing rituals will also be very powerful this month. Yeah, I think that's about it that I want to go into with that. So let's get your familiars message. All right, this is where we get our meat and potatoes. Okay, the extra. So okay, what is the familiars message for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars? What is the familiars message for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars? Wow, why did the dragon want to come out? Oh yeah, y'all gotta watch Aquarius's reading. I'm not taking it, but the dragon came out. Look at this. I'm taking this, bro. Mischief. This is your card. See how it applies to you. It's tricky how that card came out kind of funny though, which is interesting. So definitely watch Aquarius's card and then, or Aquarius's reading, and then we're gonna read for the elf. So let me find the book. Okay, mischief. I don't know if I've gotten this one before, so I'm like, what's this about to say? Mischief. Okay, it says, well, I'm over here cheesing like this because I'm like, I'm over here like, what is this card about to say? It says, elven magic to invoke dark mischief is no joke. Beguiling, playful, causing harm, elf shot capers cause alarm. I call upon the elf to assist me and harness this power, so mote it be. It's just interesting that the elf is coming out with that 8th house energy. Oh my gosh, let me see, okay. Pranks and laughter are all a part of my game to lighten up that black mood of yours. When things go missing, be sure to know that it is I who deliberately hides them. But don't fret, you will find them again as they turn up in the most bizarre ways and in the most improbable places. My magical capers are just for larks, and I mean you no harm. Just trying to grab your attention is all. When you can't take a joke, take a leaf out of my book instead and have fun amongst the trees. For the ancient woodland and forest are yesteryear's playground to which I serve as a protector. Confusion, misunderstandings, and physical mishaps come into play when I'm around, and you may be accused of not playing fairly or sticking to the rules. Understand your magical limits, for if unchecked, your playful nature can too easily tip into the darker aspects of mischief. You see what I'm talking about? Like, there's a thin line here. I'm trusting that y'all are going to be able to work this energy without going into like that domination or really going to the darker side of the 8th house. But I do see that energy here. But anyway, it says, understand your magical limits, for if unchecked, your playful nature can too easily tip into the darker aspects of mischief, which could be detrimental to the enthusiasm of others. So look, I just got to be honest, y'all. I see really good vibes here, but just make sure that you don't get too ahead of yourself this month. That then the next month when we do our reading, I'm tapping into some karma that you done built up. That's for someone here, okay? Because I was picking up on an affair. Anyway, so the familiar's foresight is lighten up, have a good belly laugh, be the cosmic joker, and see humor in all situations. Unleash your inner child, meditate with trees, work with tree lore, connect with the tree of life, stop meddling in the affairs of others. Be warned, someone's up to mischief. And I feel like it's one of those individuals that we talked about, okay, over that fall into this section. So is there anything else? What else did I do for the other group? Okay, I'm going to pull an advice card. These be hitting too, and that's going to be all Pisces. So my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars. What is their advice for the month ahead? One card for my Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars. Okay, let me see which one. 2 came out, but I'm only going to take one. Chicken weed. Okay, so we have the number 9, chicken weed. Okay, so let's see. Tap in, friend, tap in. In Japan, I'm sorry, I said chicken-weed. Girl, what? It's chickweed, girl. In Japan, chickweed is seen as lucky and is included in a dish prepared for the festival of Nanokasa no Seku, the festival of 7 herbs. Chickweed and other early herbs are gathered on the morning of January 7th and prepared whilst reciting a prayer for good luck. New growth is fast to appear at the beginning of spring, and the first green leaves are a good omen of things to come. A period of waiting is over. Results are starting to appear. Fortune's blessings will soon be yours. That's what I see for y'all. I'm telling y'all, use this energy wisely. And it seems like, it's almost like, you know how the star comes out to the tower? If I'm not mistaken right now, I'm a little delirious. That's how this energy feels. It feels like star energy after the tower. Yeah. So we have one more. Girl, I'm about to lay down. I just got sleepy. Early flowering herbs, which appear when the rest of the world is still cold and bare, are full of valuable nutrients, proof that things are returning to life. Chickweed is one of the first herbs to grow in spring and is eaten in spring festivals around the globe to bring longevity and health. A series of small blessings are due to appear to you, so be sure to make the most of them. They may appear modest and insignificant, particularly after such a long period of struggle, yes, but the benefits and good fortune they will bring are numerous. That is what I see for y'all. Period. Okay, so yes, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, get your ass out of here, girl. So yes, y'all, that was y'all spirit. Please let me know how it resonates, and I'll see you down below in the comments.